Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to MLB The Show.
From the home of the Tigers since 2000, Comerica Park here in the Motor City. The Show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And on the mound in this one, Tarik Skubal.
Just a 4-inning start his last time out. He took the loss. They're looking for more out of this guy today.
Here's the third baseman, Lou Gehrig. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back there. And out of here. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Well, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
John Mattingly stepping in now for the Yankees. That one ripped. Gone. He powers one out to right field. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Digging in, number 50. And that's a base hit.
I'll tack one more game onto his hitting streak, Boog. Every day, this guy just keeps making his record harder and harder to reach. I still can't believe what he's doing.
Yeah, neither can I. It's like he's playing on beginner mode out there. Man at first, and stepping in for the Yankees, Babe Ruth, the American League leader in batting average this season. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Get a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. In there safely. And they're up by 3.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Hard hit, right side. Scope throws to first in time. And there's 2 away. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at the ballpark, today's starting pitcher, Mike Messina. And as usual with him singing, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's a big power threat, number 50. And here it comes. That's in for a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That clips the corner.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Matt Vierling stands in now and watches strike one. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one, out in front that time. Ball one there.
This hitter's been seeing good velocity in the at bat. It's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
Here comes a pitch. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie.
And he's got it in right field for the 3rd out, so that'll do it. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back. Here's the veteran outfielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He leaves the yard to right. His latest homer in an incredible season. It's 4-0.
He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Jorge Posada digs in now. 5th in home runs in the American League. And that one hammered. That's back there. Caught just shy of the wall.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. 7th right now in the American League home run leaderboard.
Must see right here. This could be the moment he ties DiMaggio at 56 games.
Fought off foul. The pitch. This to center field. Meadows on the move. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
In the air, left side. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back. Here's a speed threat, number 4. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And the bottom of the 2nd starts with a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And now it's Jonathan Scope. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And the 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra the plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
No outs. Runner on second.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
This one popped up. Jeter gets under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Javier.
The batter now, Javier Baez. Javier Baez, who hails from Puerto Rico. He was the 9th overall pick in 2011 by the Cubs, and what a fun player to watch. Won the World Series in 2016. He was the NLCS MVP, and of course on the cover of MLB The Show in 2020.
Yeah, nearly won the MVP in 2018 when he finished runner-up to Christian Yelich, and it's about the only thing he hasn't been able to do.
And a pitch. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss. 1 out and a runner at second. Towards first, Mattingly. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting 7, the designated hitter.
Nick Maton getting ready to hit. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Garrett grabs it on the run. Tigers leave one. They're down 4-0. Back here in Detroit, on to the 3rd inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Don Mattingly.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
And a base hit right there. So a man on base to start the inning.
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track. Maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
Number 50, the next to hit. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Mattingly, round second on his way to third. And he's got a double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Babe Ruth. 0 for 1 so far. Line drive, that's a base hit out of the left center field. One run is in, another comes in to score. It's 6-0. A 2-run double.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
A.J. Hinch makes another pitching change. Tarek Skubal won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New pitcher for the Tigers, Eduardo Rodriguez.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Now it's the right fielder, Reggie Jackson. Grounded out his first time up. That's smashed towards center. Meadows puts the squeeze on that one. Runner tags up for third.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Derek Jeter now at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Well, with this long series, if you can get into the bullpen, exhaust the other team by game 2 or 3 of the weekend.
Yeah, when you're talking about a 4-game series, drilled out towards left center field, that's well struck. It one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. In comes the runner from third. It's 7-0.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And at second with one away, Ken Griffey Jr. will hit next. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they boost their lead. It's 9-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Base is empty, one away. And up next for New York, Jorge Posada. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The batter, the left fielder.
Sheesh. Singy, that was a laser shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Back to the top of the Yankee order, and next for New York, Lou Gehrig. Into center and a base hit. 1 run across. The throw in. He pulls into second as they score a pair on the play. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now on the bump, Joey Wentz.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Don Mattingly. This guy has turned into a beast. That one ripped right center field. And out of here. A 2-run shot, his second home run of the game. It's 13-0.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Number 50 stepping in now for the Yankees. And a foul ball.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Takes the turn, he's digging for second. Throw, and it gets away. And he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Now up as the Yankees DH, Babe Ruth.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to third, and he's in there easily.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
The 0-1. Well struck right field. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags from third. The throw's offline. He's saved. And they extend their lead.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot. Turned around and made a nice catch.
Reggie, multi-time All-Star. A member of the 2,000 hit club. And he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Reggie in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
The 0-1. Base hit center field. And that keeps the inning going.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
And now Derek Jeter. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run homer, his latest homer in an incredible season. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 16-0.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Will Vest. He's into the game with the bases empty. And here is Ken Griffey Jr. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. But not before 12 men cross the plate here as they really break this game open. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Yankees lead it 16-0. Back at Comerica Park. Now Parker Meadows. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
On the ground to the left, Jeter. Not in time. He's safe.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Right-hander kicks, deals, cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Number 50 batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Left-hand batter waits, and it's fouled away. And the pitch. He goes down looking.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
On the ground, Jeter. They take the force out. That ends the frame. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. Yankees out in front, 16-0. Back here at the ballpark, on to the 4th. Now it's going to be Jorge Posada. He might just be the best hitting catcher in the game today.
Well, Boog, he's so valuable, does a good job behind the plate, but offensively, he's a middle-of-the-order type of bat.
That one is absolutely belted, and that is gone. He sends it out of here. His latest homer in an incredible season. It's 17-0.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. That one hammered center field. That's going back. Back some more. And forget it. A soaring shot to center. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they tack one on the board. It's 18-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So the lineup flips over. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Lou Gehrig. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Baez, relay to third. He's in there.
Now back, the first baseman, Don Mattingly.
And now the first baseman, Don Mattingly. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
Kicks and fires. Now that's smacked to right center. And in one hops the wall. In comes the run from third to add on. And the lead continues to grow. And he's got a double, his fourth hit.
Picks himself up an RBI. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
And up next for New York, number 50. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Down the left field line, could be extra bases. Mattingly around third. He'll score, and they extend their lead. We all saw his hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? Statcast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was a .113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
New pitcher for the Tigers. Chase, throw to third, save. That wasn't close.
Well, maybe he thought he should have gone for a triple instead of a double and just decided, I'm going to take third this way. Definitely using his legs to his advantage right here.
Oh, 1 down. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. The pitch. And a swing and a miss, and now one away.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Now here is Reggie Jackson, 1 for 3. That's a base hit, run scores.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runner on at first with one gone. Next to hit, Derek Jeter. Steps off, checks the runner at first. That one ripped left field. And it is gone. He'll touch them all. And they add to their lead. It's 23-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's some real power at the plate. Ken Griffey Jr. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. Still only one out here in the inning. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
All over that one right there. That pitch came off the bat really well into center field, and he clearly put a nice swing on it. And anytime you can get one to drop in out there, you know you stung it pretty good, because it seems like center fielders these days, to a man, these guys can run down just about everything hit their way.
One down. Now at the plate, Jorge Posada. On a line out towards center. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Shohei Ohtani getting ready to hit. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And a base hit into right center field. The run scores from third, and the lead continues to grow. Not stopping, he's going for three. Scope with a relay throw, not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play, and his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So the batting order turns over. Lou Gehrig stepping in now for the Yankees. Just a single short of the cycle. That one ripped. And it's caught just in front of the wall. But it's a huge 8-run inning for them as they open up the lead. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. The Yankees lead this one 24-0. And welcome back. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, number 60. Messina back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Number 4 up now for the Tigers. Doubled in his first AB. And that one is lifted in the air. Griffey gets under it. And there's 2 away.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Jonathan Scope. Flied out his first time. That one missed. Here's a 1-1. That clips a corner. That's to third. And it gets by him. Two outs, runner at first. Now it's Javier Baez. And that one fouled off. And he deals. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that will end the inning. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jason Foley.
50th time he's come into a game this year. He's been relied on out of the pen quite a bit.
Don Mattingly digs in now.
Ah, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. Line drive, base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Number 50, the next to hit. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That was a moonshot, and they add a pair. It's 26-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Babe Ruth will hit next. That one ripped. Back there. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they add a run. It's 27-0.
His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Jose Alvarez on to pitch out of the pen here. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Here's a big power threat. Reggie Jackson. And now this one's crushed. This one's on its way and gone. He made him pay for that one, and they tack on to their lead. It's 28-0. We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. Slides, but it gets by him.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding the hole in the defense.
Ken Griffey Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Rips that one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Baez with a relay throw. Tries to get back and save. Shohei Ohtani stepping in now for the Yankees. Ripped to right center. And that one will leave the park. Out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
A new arm into the game. The righty, Jose Cisnero. 32nd appearance. Back to the top of the lineup, Lou Gehrig stepping in now for the Yankees. Foul ball. Lined, and that's a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. But no, he takes the turn and holds at first base. It's a one-out single. Some history here, and what a game he's had. Chris, you hit for the cycle, so you know what this is like.
It's a really cool thing to accomplish, especially when your team gets the W. And one thing that gets lost in this is that you had at least 4 hits in a ball game, and not a lot of guys can even say they did that in the course of their career.
And now, John Mattingly. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Back-to-back singles.
Now batting, number 50.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And stepping in is the speedy number 50. Out towards right center field. Touches down. That's a hit. Now a long throw home. And he's in there as a run scores. Babe Ruth stepping in now for the Yankees. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the out.
Runners on the move. That one pulled foul. Left-hand hitter waits. Ripped to right center, and that one will leave the park. Out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One out, base is empty. Reggie Jackson stepping in now for the Yankees. That's hard hit on the line. Meadows snags it for the second out. Two outs, base is empty. Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. Line drive, base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So two down. Ken Griffey Jr. getting ready to hit. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. And there he goes. In the air, right side. Number 50 has a beat on it, and that is that. So they explode offensively for 11 runs in the inning. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the DH, Nick Maton. The wind and the pitch. There's the swing and a miss.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Man, how many times do you see three fastballs in an at-bat like that? I'm sure once he got to 2 strikes, he was trying to stay back for something off speed and just not ready for that third fastball.
Meadows stands in now and watches strike one. That's towards center. Number 50 sizes this one up, tracks it down for the out, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Number 13 up now for the Tigers. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. All set for the top of the sixth. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Jorge Posada. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Cisnero back to work. Back up the middle and a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
He was all over that one. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Now it's the power speed combo, Shohei Ohtani. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the fifth.
Just seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
That one ripped. Back there. That one is gone. So back to the top of the order. Lou Gehrig stepping in now for the Yankees. On a line, base hit.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
So a man aboard. And here's the first baseman, Don Mattingly. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Number 50 stepping in now for the Yankees.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
In the air, center field. That one back there. Gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Babe Ruth. Swing and a base hit.
The right fielder, number 12, Reggie.
Man at first with one gone. Reggie Jackson stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. 2 down. Alex Lang into the game.
I think he's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man at first, Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter, can also flash some power.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. He can't get there. It's a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Snags it on the run. And that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. On to the bottom of inning number 6. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the 6th. And now here is number 50. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Kicks and deals.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And the 0-2. Now fly ball to right center. Jackson should have this one. Hauls it in for the out. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. And next to hit for Detroit, Matt Vierling.
Now this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
The 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 0-2 now. Caught him looking for the K. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Number 99 now at the plate. This guy's turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. And that's in there for strike 1. And the right-hander deals. And a curve drops in for a strike.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Jackson trying to get there. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. Top of inning number 7. And now the switch hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. The pitch. Crushed to right, and that one's going to leave the park. Out of here. Home run.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
At the plate, Shohei Ohtani. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and they get Ohtani for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Now the third baseman, Lou Gehrig. That one to first, and that chance handled. And he takes it himself for the out.
The first baseman, number 23, Don Mattingly.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for New York, Don Mattingly. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Line drive. Drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. Bottom of the 7th. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, number 4. The wind of the pitch. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. The pitch. Foul ball there. Oh, 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
And a pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Scope now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Goes down looking.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the break. breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count. But sometimes you just get fooled, and you got to tip your cap.
Baez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
These guys have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bat.
Oh, wow, what a stop. It's there, and that's a great play.
First, it looks like making the stop is the hardest part, but feeding to the pitcher on the move, I think even tougher. Great job of hitting that moving target. They're going to be fired up in the dugout.
New inning. Getting started. Now it's the second baseman, number 50. The wind of the pitch. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And here is Babe Ruth. Runner breaks for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save.
Wow, these guys are merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Runner at third here. Nobody out. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
Well, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
And now the right fielder, Reggie Jackson. That one ripped. That's back there. And caught on the warning track.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Ripped on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
The seventh Ken Griffey Jr.
2 outs. Base is empty. Ken Griffey Jr. digs in now.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Into the dive, and he got it.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder, you lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the boys fired up in the dugout.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. And now the DH, Nick Maton.
The designated hitter, Nick Maton.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. That one fouled off. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Messina still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Junior hauls it in, and there's one away. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Meadows at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. And that just misses. The wide to kick the pitch. Swing and a bouncer. Garrett. Over to first in time. Nice stretch.
Well, he certainly didn't look comfortable or fluid on that play. And later in this ball game, this could come back to bite him if a ball is hit to him and he's playing that same position.
Number 13 up now for the Tigers, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In there, and it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. To the right side. Sends it to first, and that is the inning. Back here in Detroit, we go to the ninth, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Jorge Posada. Lang, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Crushed to right, and that one's going to leave the park. Out of here. Home run.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Shohei Ohtani stepping in now for the Yankees. Right side, hard hit. Steps on first for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Lou Gehrig. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Fires to first. Play is made, 2 out.
The batter, the first baseman, Don Mattingly.
2 outs, base is empty. Don Mattingly will hit next. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Now a screamer into the outfield. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. Back after this on the show. Back here at the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, number 50.
The right fielder.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
In for a strike, 0-1. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting...
And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Righty to the plate. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And here's the catcher, number 99. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotze into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Runner at second here, one gone. Pitch is in there, and the count is 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
At the belt and fires. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And the batter now, number 4. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Runners are at the corners, one away. Struck him out swinging. Snuck the fastball by him.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when it
Steps on the bag himself, ball game.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
So this one got standing crew.